morning from the Disney Treasure. Today we're going to be docking at Castaway Cay, and I think we will actually dock because it looks like the winds are in our favor, but more importantly, today's churro waffle day. They told us that today we would get our churro waffles, and so...
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're going to run down to Marceline Market right now and get a couple dozen plates of churros.
Just like Gaston eats 5 dozen eggs, I eat 5 dozen churro waffles.
Okay, let's go. Oh my God, we came outside. Obviously our room is on deck 11, and this is deck 11 where the festival is. And there's the island right there. We're pulling in right now.
Oh my God.
We've made it, essentially.
It seems like it.
Wow. They have eggs Florentine and eggs Benedict today, but we're gonna skip that today. Oh,
I got one, but I didn't get 2.
Where are they? Where are they?
I think they're at the kids station.
No.
Because they think that they're only for kids, but they're not.
Wait, is this line for them?
Oh my God, I think it is.
Wait a second.
I see them. They're here. But we need to go get in line.
Okay. No, I'm gonna see if there's another spot because that line is too crazy. Okay. So they're only serving them at the kids station, so it's causing huge lines. On the Fantasy, they had them all over the buffet,
which is much smarter.
But everybody's in line at the kid counter today for the churros.
Call me a kid.
1 or 2?
Can I actually have 4?
No shame.
We got the goods. We came here for one thing and one thing only, and we got it.
Cruisers only want one thing, and it's effing disgusting.
So what's funny is when we got up there, it's the kids counter. He was like, "Would you like 1 or 2?" And I was like, "Actually, could I have 4?"
I was like, "Wait, do you mean plates? 1 or 2 plates?"
How many dozen?
How many? This just might be the best thing in the Cruise Food Hall of Fame. It's the Mickey Churro Waffles. It's essentially a dessert.
What's amazing is when we got up to the line, they had just put out a fresh batch. So I'm hoping that these are really good. They cut really well.
Yeah. And I don't know what's better, this or like Palo brunch, honestly, because this is amazing. And you do not need syrup. People comment and say, "Oh, look at this bird. He wants some too." People say you need syrup for this. No, you don't. It's so sweet, right?
This is so good. It's so warm.
Is it a good batch?
Fluffy. Oh my God, yes.
Also, we made it. It's a little cloudy, but that's okay. At least we made it. You hear that? It's the Star Wars one. As soon as I cut into the ear, the horn started playing.
Wow.
That's because I don't remember them doing the horns when we make it.
No. But I kind of like it.
They did the Star Wars horn and that was it.
Like, we're eating churro waffles, we're hearing the horn, we're at Castaway.
For some reason, the Diet Coke from Marceline tastes like bubble gum.
I think it's mixed with like the acai something.
The pomegranate thing. Okay, so we finished up our waffles. We stopped at the Marceline Market version of Cove Cafe. This says, "Feel the magic of the season." That's what it said, but it's a Christmas thing, so that seems weird.
I think because it's cold outside.
No, that's why he did that.
Yeah, it's Christmas time. And then me, I'm Iron Man.
You love Iron Man.
I love Iron Man. I'm the biggest Marvel fan. I've seen every movie. No, I've never seen a single Iron Man movie, but...
Really? You've never seen it? The first one is good.
No, I've never seen it.
Oh my God. How did they decide which ones to give you?
I think that they click, because there's no way that they gave you that.
Why would they do this?
I'm happy to see it. It's fun.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a little chilly. It looks like it might be clearing up.
Yeah, I think the cloud cover just needs to go away.
Yeah, but so I think we might actually need to dress in layers. I need to get a hoodie on because it's actually a little cold.
It's a little nippy.
Yeah.
There's a big old cold front in Florida right now, so I think that part of that is making its way over here.
And really, we're not too far away from Florida.
No. Okay, I got myself nice and dressed. I'm ready to go to the beach on this Caribbean cruise. I look really ready for this hot weather.
Let's go.
I'm a little concerned my feet are going to be cold. So yeah. But yeah, let's get out there.
Let's get out there. Like our cruise director said, a bad weather day at Castaway Cay is better than good weather at work or anywhere else, really. As we're walking out, they have these little computers where you could buy all the art from the ship, which is really cool. And one of them is this piece of art where they released this a really long time ago to tease the treasure. And I remember we were like zooming in on this and we were like, like, what does it mean? Like, what is this? Like, what does that mean? And it turns out that's like the Aqua Mouse. And we were like, oh, there's something Lion King on this ship. Like, what will it be?
But I really think those are like staterooms. Oh, that's Sarabi. But like up. That's like staterooms.
Like up. Like, so that one we were so thrown because it's like, what is up on the ship? Well, it turns out it's just like a stateroom thing.
And then like there's this huge chunk for Zootopia, but really that's just like the sweet shop, Jumbo.
Yeah. But anyway, now that we've been on this ship, it's like now we know what everything is basically. What is Rapunzel? What is Rapunzel for? We've been on the ship for 7 nights. We don't even know.
No. I don't know. It's kind of like we've been on board and we don't know what some of these things are.
Because I think some of it's deceiving. Yeah. Obviously, like this is 20,000 leagues.
I like that these are the
elevators.
The elevator banks.
Yeah. It's cool.
It is cool. Oh, look, that's the Moana.
Oh, the show for Moana. Yeah. Okay. And then this is the poster for the Aqua Mouse, for the golden egg. And then this is like the Haunted Mansion. This is in the Haunted Mansion bar. It's really cool that you could buy this.
I want that bouquet to be a hatchet.
And then this is like in one of the stairs. It's pretty cool. The art on board is amazing. Basically, it's like, you know, now we know everything that's like on that painting. But next time we get one of those teasers, it's like we shouldn't look too much into it because it could be just a stateroom decoration.
Exactly.
And not like an up restaurant or something like that.
Is that a new lounge flag?
I don't know.
So every time we walk by the gift shop, you really need to peer in.
They've changed the stuff. The stuff on night 1 is not the same stuff that's here now. Especially in Dory's Forget-Me-Nots.
Yes.
Like a lot of that store changed.
What's the Deck 3-1? Like Treasures, Mickey's Treasures or something?
Oh,
it's right next to the Haunted Mansion. Completely different. That's where I got this sweatshirt.
Yeah.
This wasn't here on day 1.
This is my favorite piece. They talked about this in the tour.
Oh yeah, let's look. So she said that you can tell which class each ship is.
Yeah, it's the Treasure joining the rest of the fleet. And what's really cool is there's Tinkerbell here, which I think might be for Peter Pan because we have Peter Pan in the stern of our ship.
So this is the Wish because you can tell that that's an Aqua Mouse, whereas these two are Aqua Ducks. Thank you. And then those two are the older ones.
It's pretty cool. And she said it's kind of like it goes off the one that was on the Wish of like, and like the one in Norway, the Wish joining the fleet in Norway. But she said this one's like more adventurous because it's the Treasure. So like the Wish was more like majestical and this is more like a theme of adventure. Yeah. It's really cool. And I'm sure that's one of the ones you could buy.
Yeah, that one's
on the computer, yeah. Okay, we just got off the ship. Okay, it's slightly drizzling.
Yeah, it feels great out.
We saw a lot of people coming back on board as we were exiting, which was very weird for the morning of Castaway.
But it's chilly willy, and if you weren't dressed like me, I would probably be going back on board too.
So right near the ship, they have this new fence, and it is celebrating people that have done 50 Disney cruises.
I'm intrigued by like the colors and like where people are located because like why is that one filled out and then not the green one? And then why is this orange one filled out and not like some of these other ones? Is there a rhyme or reason to that, or is it just happenstance? I'm intrigued by, there's some people, like most of them have been sailing since like the 90s or the 2000s, but this one since 2011, that's impressive that you've made it to the board.
That means 50 cruises since 2011. Now a lot of these are close to the ship, so those people are lucky. Also these buoys, like this looks like Donald's colors and that's Daisy. Let's see. One day we'll, what are we gonna do? Cause like we're gonna have, oh look, these people, they didn't do their last name. So they just did, oh wait, maybe that's two last names. That's basically what we're gonna have to do.
What I want it to be is Kerry Moore. So it just is, it reads Kerry Moore, which is my full name, but it's like both of our last names.
I'm gonna do a fake name.
Okay.
Like a Bart Simpson phone prank type of thing.
2017, oh my gosh. Another 2011.
Yeah, that's probably, they probably got it the fastest. 50 cruises. Oh, 2018.
These Hewitts.
And there was 2 years that the cruising was closed.
Yeah, seriously, how the heck did they do that? That's impressive.
So they did 50 cruises in just a few years.
Oh my God.
That's pretty crazy.
Anything else?
They're gonna run out of space. By the time we get it, they're not gonna have any more planks to do.
What color plank do you want ours on?
Probably brown.
Yeah.
I don't know, but here's where it is. That's the ship.
That's impressive.
And that's where it's looking. I don't think we've seen this before.
No. Do you think that this is Nemo? And
Yeah,
that's Goofy?
Nemo and Dory.
And then who's that? Donald? No, or is that Donald?
That's probably.
Oh, that's Dory. I
that's
see.
Goofy
Okay.
right there.
And then
Obviously.
is that one Donald?
Probably.
Okay.
So here's the canceled tours today. Basically, seems like everything.
Due to high winds and rough seas, but originally we had booked a Stingray thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that one was canceled, but we canceled it ourselves because there's a matinee show of the Moana show.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see that, so we want to make sure we have ample opportunity to do so. So we canceled our tour so that we could have more time to get back on the boat and see Moana.
Yeah, when we saw that Moana was at 3 o'clock and our tour was at like 1, we were like, let's just, obviously we booked this excursion before we knew the show schedule, and we booked Palo before we knew that Moana was on
The same night.
7. So like when we booked Palo, you have to book Palo like 2 months in advance, and that was before the maiden voyage, so we didn't know that Moana was on night 7, and that's when we booked our Palo.
And so basically, if we don't go to the matinee and we do go to, I think it's like, what, the 6 o'clock show, we would probably be late to our 7 o'clock Palo.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
But
that'd be okay.
That also means we'd have to be like
ideal.
all dressed up before Moana and everything. But yeah, yesterday we canceled our Stingray excursion. We got our money back because we're just like, it's just too much in one day.
I also don't want to die like Steve Irwin, so I think it's for the best.
It's pretty windy and it's kind of drizzling. Surprisingly, there's a lot of people heading back on board right now, which is what you normally do not see that on the morning of Castaway. People heading back on board at like 10 o'clock.
I think these people, they didn't dress like I did. They didn't dress for winter weather out here.
I don't have my swimsuit on. I didn't even bother. I put on gym shoes too.
That was probably smart. I didn't put on a swimsuit, but I just put on like sweatpants.
But we're just gonna like check out the store, sit on the beach for a little bit. We're not gonna go in the water, but
Keep it cash.
maybe get lunch. I don't know.
Yeah. It's actually Sprite. He's interested in the Sprite.
Okay, the birds are drinking soda.
He likes Sprite.
He's literally drinking straight from the nozzle.
I mean, that's what Pete does, so why not? Oh, you ruined it.
Well, no,
for
I
them.
saved the day.
No, you ruined it.
People are gonna get bird flu. That machine is better because you take your cup and you do that, and you get your drink that way instead of
pushing
a
the button.
two-handed thing. I don't have an extra free hand. I have ice cream in the other hand. I
That's
can't hit the
right.
button. Also, it's way more hygienic to
Yes,
just take your cup and
that's
do that
true.
instead of like your fingers touching things. They need to install that on the ships.
I agree.
That's my Disney Cruise Line hot take.
I don't know if that's that big of a hot take or if
It's
it's that
actually
big of
not.
a deal, but I do
No.
agree.
It's more hygienic though.
I know, and I agree.
So they're selling some Lookout Key merch here at the By the Sea shore. Is that what this one's called?
Sure.
But yeah, see, look, here's
Is this one
Mickey.
also?
I don't know about these. That
Well,
looks like Lookout
yeah,
Key.
I feel like this is by that guy. Yeah, this is by Theodore Elliott.
So, and then this is the Theodore Elliott. So they should keep it exclusive to Lookout Key.
I agree because
Because we're not there right
these
now.
people don't deserve it if they
No.
haven't been.
You have to book the cruise in order to get it.
But you should get this. This looks nice.
Okay, so we've been sitting at Pelican Point here, just looking at the ship.
It's pretty.
And we've been watching some people snorkel. There's actually a couple people snorkeling. There they are.
I'm shocked because I'm freezing above the
Yeah.
water. I also think for being as protected as it is, there's a good amount of current like pushing inward. So they have to work really hard to get out there as snorkelers.
We've been watching these people kick really hard, and like they've been struggling. And
I'm sure they're really good swimmers. It's not their fault. It's the current's fault.
yeah. And yeah, we've been looking at the ship, just talking about how the size is in between Freedom and Voyager. So it's 144 gross tons, which puts it like basically between Voyager class and Freedom class in terms of gross tonnage.
Which is a
But-
nice size to be, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, lunch starts in 15 minutes, and we're thinking Serenity Bay barbecue.
Yeah, our server last night at dinner said that they have like a steak over there.
They have an exclusive steak at Serenity Bay.
So we need to be there for the exclusivity.
Let's go over there. We should probably take the tram.
Yeah, because it's cold and I don't want to walk.
Okay, we made it to Serenity Bay Barbecue. You can see the smoke in the air. It smells amazing. By the way, there's construction over there.
Ooh.
And so I'm wondering, are they expanding Serenity Bay Barbecue? I don't know.
More barbecue for everyone.
But that guy has an Imagineering vest, like high-vis vest on. So I don't know what they're building back there, but they're definitely working on something.
Cool.
But yeah, they actually opened up the Serenity Bay barbecue about 10 minutes early.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm not hungry at all. I ate 4 churro waffles this morning, but on a cruise, there's always more room.
Wow. But we have to eat early because we then have to prep for our stomachs for Palo.
Exactly.
So this menu, I think, is really similar to cookies. This one's adults only, and there's an exclusive steak. They have a garlic aioli. Okay, I made my burger. Now all I need is the patty, which I'm gonna get from here. And they're grilling it right here, right now. Okay, we got our spot at Serenity Bay Barbecue. Oh, look at this. So I got the exclusive ribeye. You can only find this at the adult section. It's really good. I had this years ago. And I got a cookie, and then I got my burger that's overflowing with the aioli. The people say the aioli is really good. I've never had it before. What did you get? This is a good looking plate.
Yeah, it's a completely different plate than yours. So I got the chicken and the ribs. I remember the ribs being really, really good here. So I got that. And then I believe this is like macaroni salad. And then some fruit and some cornbread because I'm just like a health nut, you know?
Wow, yeah, you are.
So that's just me.
So right outside the Serenity Bay Barbecue, there's this rental place, which I think was here before, but I think they now have bikes. I don't remember them renting bikes out from right here before.
Oh, do you think it was like just the tubes
Yes.
and stuff? That would make sense. People are doing yoga over there. I don't know
Really?
if that's like ship sponsored or if that's just people doing their own thing.
I don't know, but I think it's really cool that they have the bikes there. It's just another spot to rent them if you take the tram over here.
Wow, look, instead of doing all excursions canceled, it says there's 3 excursions that you can do. I guess 4. The Stingray is one of them.
Wow.
But swim only, does that mean you can't feed them?
Oh, that would have been sad.
Yeah. All other excursions canceled.
Looks kind of wavy here
It
at
does,
Serenity
wow.
Bay. I think they've made some improvements to the island here because this little sidewalk is new, and then they have this area where you could like if you're with a wheelchair,
You can still enjoy.
easily enjoy the beach, and then this little sidewalk goes all the way down to the beach. But yeah, it's very wavy where it's usually really calm right here. I got some ice cream. I'm looking around this shop.
I like this. Every day is a Sunday.
Oh. Wait, even today?
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
I'm really confused by this shirt though. It says vacay all day.
Vacay all
What is
day.
vacay all day? I don't understand.
It doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Vacay all day.
Vacay all day.
Huh. Oh well. Wait, this one says the same thing. Vacay all day.
Oh, this one's cool. Look, it's a beach towel game set. And so it's like a drawstring bag. It comes
there it
with
is.
a towel. And it looks like you can play checkers.
That's pretty cool.
I like it.
Now this is something I completely disagree with. I run on my vacay.
Never do
Never.
I run on my vacay.
That's sick.
I waddle with all the food in my belly on my
Also
vacay.
never run in general.
Yeah.
So this is another weird shirt. Best key ever.
Well, I guess they're just saying that like this island
it's
is
the
the best
commentary on-
island.
Oh,
Best
hey, who
key
are those
ever.
people?
Oh, hey.
They're castaways.
Oh, wow, twins.
Wow,
Look
and look at those
cream.
shirts.
Wow.
Matching shirts. Ice cream.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, wow.
Twins.
Strawberry gross.
Yeah. Chocolate.
No. We're heading back to the ship, and we're gonna get ready for Moana. That's in a couple of hours. I could have swore this said "See you later, Mon." I have no idea. I
Like
have horrible
Pokemon
memory.
and Digimon.
I thought it said "See you later, Mon." But anyway, we're heading back to the ship, and we're gonna change and get ready for the Moana show and get there early.
Yeah.
By the way, I did a quick Google search. It did say "See you later, Mon." It's different now.
Wow.
They made some updates to the island. Anyway, this Stern character has really grown on me, and I really like Peter Pan and Hook here.
I still feel though that they should be bigger. When we were in the restaurant, I was like, wow, they're huge. But when you're out here, it's like, I want to just make it bigger.
It's actually a little bit hard to see them.
Yeah.
Like they seem like the other characters seem so much bigger.
You're like, who is that?
On the other ships, they seem bigger.
Yeah.
But I like the design of it a lot.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Just larger.
By the way, these trash cans look different. I can't remember what they were before, but this is not how it was.
Also, we never get drinks on the island, but I think the bars are now serving in the same cups as Lookout Key. These like aluminum style cups. You can still get the paper ones at like the soda fountains, but it seems like the bars are giving these.
Yeah, and by the way, I like how the trash can just has a hole to throw your stuff, because I don't like touching the flap, because I don't like touching it.
Get with it, Walt Disney World.
Yeah. So we're in line to see Moana, and I've never seen a line like this ever.
You got in line like 20 minutes before doors opened, right?
So I got in line at 2:08.
Okay.
And at that point, the line stretches all the way from the theater to the lobby.
To like Palace Treasures, which is like the fancy jewelry store.
So the lobby is like right behind us. So, but this is not just one line. This is the line for the bottom floor on the right side.
Right.
There's an equal line on the, because I checked before, I was like, let me make sure that the line on the left side is not as long, and they were equal.
And just to be clear, this is a 3 o'clock show that you got in line for at 2:08.
And we are docked at Castaway.
Which is so wild.
And when I started, I was like, oh, I'm going to be like near the front. So I came downstairs near the entrance of the theater.
Right.
And people have blankets set out. People are people just reading.
They were camped out. Meanwhile, I was getting ready and I was like, oh, we'll be fine.
And I was like, no, we have to come down.
Yeah, so Brian luckily held space.
Okay, it's happening. Here we go. The tale of Moana. It is Moana madness.
I didn't know Moana had a tail.
It is so crazy here.
And normally I'm freezing, but it's so hot because there's all these bodies.
Yeah. Okay, so here's our view for the show. The theater completely filled up within minutes of opening. And then obviously concierge gets first pick too. They get to enter in early, so even less available. But the theater looks amazing. The setup looks incredible.
And I feel like we got a really good spot when he done that breakaway.
Okay, so the show just ended. I have so many thoughts. What did you think?
A lot of thoughts. I think first and foremost, the Moana that they found was absolute sheer perfection. She knows how to like have quiet moments, and then she knows how to have big, bold, belty moments. And she was just the perfect character. She was fantastic.
There was new songs.
I didn't necessarily need that. They also cut a couple of things. One thing I think was okay to cut, one thing was not okay to cut. It was not okay for them to cut Hey Hey and Pua.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I wanted them in there. And then the thing that I think was okay for them to cut, the little like coconut guys that came up in the boat and started like shooting arrows, that wasn't in there. I didn't need that, so that was fine.
Moana's my favorite Disney movie, animated movie. So
did they do it justice?
I had high expectations for this. I think the content of the show is amazing. I don't want to spoil it, but there's one part that is very impressive that they do.
Yes, towards the end.
Expect a big twist at the end. I'm kidding. No, it's not a twist. But I only had one problem.
Maui.
What's it called in Broadway when they have like a swing? Is that what it's called?
Swing.
I think Maui was a swing.
Yeah, I honestly, so yesterday we had called that they would put Gaston in the role of Maui. I would have loved to see that, but I'm pretty sure it was either Lumiere or LeFou from Beauty and the Beast, and it did not fit. Like
Maui is supposed to be like a muscular demigod, but basically it's more of like a wimpy character.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the
right vibe. Like Moana was the perfect vibe, but Maui was not.
The vibe of Maui was like a comedian, a way like a funny guy, like a little
like LeFou was in Beauty and the Beast. It was like that.
It was like a little funny guy.
Yeah.
Instead of like a muscular demigod.
I agree. I think that was the only issue with it.
It threw me off so bad that anytime Maui was on stage, I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
It doesn't fit. The grandmother was kind of like the narrator for the show, and I actually, at first I was like, ooh, I don't know if I like this, but I ended up loving it. It made that character really good. I'm pretty sure she was Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
It just worked out really, really well doing that.
Overall, I think, is it the best Disney Cruise Line show? I think it might be. I think it is.
Yeah.
Which means it's the best cruise show of all time. It probably is.
Yeah, there's potential for that. And this is the first time that they brought Moana to the stage, right? And
I think
I
so.
think they did a really good job with it.
Yeah.
Oh, so Shiny was cool because usually that's a guy playing the role of the crab.
Yeah.
But it was a woman, and she did a fantastic job. They made it. I think it was Tiana from. I'm just like, I always like to see like who do they put where.
Yeah.
And it was a very like belty. It was really soulful and good.
I'm just shocked they didn't use Gaston as Maui. Like that would have been perfect.
I think he was supposed to be there.
Because also Gaston's voice was good for Maui.
He was so good as Gaston, and I wanted him to be Maui.
Yeah. Here's a little sneak peek at the one of the props. There's Moana's boat.
The props and the effects and stuff were all really, really great too.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I was impressed.
So we're walking out of the theater of the 3 o'clock showing of Moana. There are it's 4:19 right now. There are people already lined up for this 6 o'clock show.
I mean, if you didn't get into that first one, let's say those people were in line for the first one and they didn't make it in.
There's also people lined up for the balcony. So both sides of the theater are on deck 3 and on deck 4 right there. People are already lined up.
I think they needed to do this on other days. There were days where there weren't shows. There were only 3 shows on board, and there were 7 nights. So it's like, do the show 2 nights.
Or day 1, they just played a movie. They didn't even have a stage show.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. And we're sailing away.
Do you see where the line where the sky meets the sea?
Yeah, it's calling.
Yeah.
It's calling me names. There's the captain. Actually, that's probably not the captain. That's just probably one of his
Joe Schmo.
henchmen. He might actually see you if you do
I'm
this.
gonna do it. He sees.
Blow the horns, you coward.
I know he sees me. Okay, he walked away.
He's going for the button. Okay, so they didn't play the horns, but that's okay because we've heard him a lot on this cruise. So we came to the Grand Hall because there's another Coriander and Sage event happening in 15 minutes, so we have to see it. And as you can see, they're already set up for it. I have no idea what this is going to be. It just says Coriander and Sage on the app, so we'll find out. So as we wait for the show to start, I noticed another thing that our tour guide from the tour about like the Imagineering thing told us about, and is that the staircase is supposed to be water going down into the carpet there, and that's why it's all wet right there and like water splashing, because this is apparently like a water fountain spilling into the carpet, and you could see like the splash. Oh wait, Belle. There's Belle right here behind us.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's Belle.
Oh my God, I thought I was Belle. Her outfit's different from when I saw her yesterday in the show.
Oh, in the show?
This is the Belle that I want to see in the show.
Oh. Okay, so Coriander and Sage came out. There's Sage. There's Coriander, which is what is also known as cilantro. And basically they said they're coming around. It's like they're doing Mad Libs. They're like asking you to like for like an adjective and a noun and stuff like that. That's what it seems like. And then they're gonna tell the story. So it's just like a Mad Libs type of thing, I guess.
This part right now is not interesting because we're not sitting down there to give them our adjectives and nouns. But I feel as though, you know, once they start performing it, maybe it'll get interesting.
Yeah.
Let us tell you all the story.
A favor we've collected with a bit of allegory.
We'll keep it short, but listen close. It's a story you all may know.
Isabella could make flowers grow.
What makes the garden?
Oh.
That's the wrong quote. Okay. And
It's a DCL show
She
quote.
said that's the wrong boat. It's actually the wrong ship.
Oh.
And Bruno could see the future.
So we went to Hey Hey Cafe in celebration of Moana, and I got Pua the pig,
It was perfect theming.
even though the pig sadly does not make an appearance in the show. But yeah, now we gotta go and get ready for our fancy dinner at Palo. Okay, it's time for Palo. By the way, Kerry noticed this, I did not,
That's right.
that these paintings are from the animated classic instead of the live action, which everybody
Thank
prefers.
goodness for that. Look how beautiful our animated Belle is.
So much better than Emma Watson. Also, when the last petal falls, the beast will die. Not really, but there's no mirror, and there was a mirror on the Wish.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
We got our table, obviously with her. We're with our friends Courtney and Donnie.
Hello.
Look at this, they have a water menu. Look at all of the options. Who knew they would have like 20 different options of water?
Still or sparkling? This one's a $32 still. I think we should get it.
No,
The Canadians have good water.
should we? Okay, so
We have the fanciest
we got
fancy water.
We've
It's
never done
actually
this before.
called like the purest. What
Yeah.
did we say? The purest mineral
We've never
water.
bought actually like upcharge water before, and we got the Australia one because she said it's her favorite. Our waiter's favorite is this one.
You can really taste the minerals in there.
You actually can.
It's almost like when doctors tell you to like gargle salt water. It's like that, except not because it's not that salty. But you can really there's mineraliness in there.
Our waiter knows that we're not fancy.
I think she's laughing.
Because she was like entertained that we were like so entertained by this.
Yes.
But yeah, she said she tasted all of them.
Yeah, she did like a water
And
tasting.
she was like, my favorite one is from Australia. And we're like, okay, we'll get it. It's $15 for the bottle, and
Yeah.
we shared it, so it's not really that crazy. We've never done this before.
And it's her favorite, so we had to try it.
It's her favorite. She said it's like you can actually taste the saltiness, and I don't know if it's in my head, but I can tell the difference between this and the tap water.
I agree.
We got our amuse bouche. This is a gnocchi, but it's not the gnocchi that we're about to get. This one is fried.
What's really nice is it's normally served with a mushroom sauce, but they know my allergy, and so they give me I think she said gorgonzola
Like
sauce?
a blue cheese type of thing.
Yeah,
so
so-
have fun with that.
I also don't love gorgonzola, but she said that it's not too bad.
Okay, we got our bread, and it smells amazing. You can smell the garlic. It's pizza bread, some other stuff. That doesn't matter. All that matters is the pizza bread. And we have a lot of it too.
We were wondering, like, oh, is there bread service? And we're like, I think I remember there being some bread that was kind of like pizza. And then now it's called pizza bread.
Yeah. Okay, we got our first course, and look what happened again. The guys ordered one thing, and the girls got another thing.
We all just have really great taste. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This is a Hall of Fame item. Really, everything is a Hall of Fame item here. This is the soft potato gnocchi. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's the best gnocchi you'll ever have in your entire life. It comes with pesto, pine nuts, tomato. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. You need to try it.
And this is one of my favorite dishes of all time. This is the aglinoti. It changed my life. And some of the top 2 cruisers in the world awarded this into the Hall of Fame.
Wow. Who are those people?
I don't know. This aglinoti it's one of the best things I've ever had in my entire life. It is so good. This might be the best thing in the Hall of Fame. Maybe this should be the cover photo. I can't decide between this and the chicken parm, honestly.
Anything from Palo.
It's perfectly balanced in every way because it's salty and sweet, also like soft and crunchy at the same time. It's like the soft pasta and the butternut squash, but then also like there's the crunchy cookie on top.
Yeah.
And then also it's hot and cold at the same time too, because the ravioli is hot, but then on top is the cheese, and the cheese is cold. So in every possible way, it's perfectly balanced.
Wow.
It's amazing. Look at this bite I got right here. This is heaven on a fork.
Beauteous. Meanwhile, my potato gnocchi is hot. It's delicious. I love pairing it with the tomatoes. Yum.
Here we got our entrees.
I can't exactly remember what I got. I want to say it's like the choice Angus tenderloin. It's only 6 ounces. It's way less of a steak than what Brian got. Brian got a really fancy steak.
I got the Japanese A5 Wagyu, and I've never had a Japanese A5 Wagyu before.
He said that it's a dream that he's had for his entire life.
And then we got the potato puree too.
This tastes better than, I think we had this on the Magic, and it was like underwhelming on the Magic. This one's nice, and like
It's
it has a
huge,
little bit
too.
of like the lumpiness of potatoes, which I enjoy, and it looks very buttery. I like it.
Getting Japanese A5 Wagyu really has been a lifelong dream of mine. I've always wanted to try it, and I never have, and so I'm really excited to try it now. By the way, I have this knife with a little fly on it, so that's always good.
It's a nod to Lighthouse Point.
Yeah, it's a nod to Lookout Key. Okay, let's see how this is.
Okay. What's funny is she suggested like no sauce for this. Like it doesn't even need a sauce. This Wagyu is so fancy, no sauce.
This is unlike any steak I've ever had.
Really? How would you describe it?
I don't even know.
Is it flavorful? Is it?
It's super rich, just like she said.
Okay.
And it's very juicy.
Interesting.
I would say it's the juiciest meat I've ever had.
Is it very fatty?
She said it was like 50% fat, so which I like. I like fatty meat. I don't know why, but
Yeah, honestly, I didn't get the Wagyu because I didn't like how fatty, like marbled in the fat was with the Wagyu.
I really like it, and I would get it again.
Wow.
Is it in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. After a few more bites, I will know.
Okay, keep eating.
So I've eaten most of my steak at this point.
Right.
I thought I loved fatty meat, but I've never had anything this fatty. Like this is even like fattier than like a ribeye or something.
Because it's like marbled into it.
Yeah,
too.
it's like 50% fat. It's like it's a lot. Like
Right.
like our waiter was like, I can't eat that every day because it's so rich, and I agree. Like I could not eat this every day.
Right.
But it is the best steak I've ever had.
It was really good. I even tried a slice, and I don't like fatty meat, but it was like very, very flavorful.
So we were like discussing like, because it's the best steak I've ever had, like should it be in the Hall of Fame? It's the best steak I've ever had at sea.
But you
But, like-
I feel like you're downing yourself when you say that.
This is a really high quality piece of meat that they cooked well.
Right.
Not well, but properly.
Medium.
They cooked it medium. The chef said medium's the best, so I cut it medium for this cut of steak. If I had to say if what steak is the best at sea, it's probably this.
It's better than anything that you can have at Chops.
Oh, by far. Chops is a joke. Chops is garbage compared to this. I don't know what to do about the Hall of Fame. I don't know if this should be added or not.
All right, everyone.
You know what?
Maybe we'll add a confused section to the bottom and we'll put this in.
Maybe, as of now, we're not going to add it, but
In the future, who knows?
maybe, I think next time we come to Palo Steakhouse, I'm going to get the Snake River
Okay.
and try to remember which one's better.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm so torn on this. I just think it's so rich and fatty that, whoa, the ship is moving a lot.
You can kind of tell because I'm like trying to make the camera steady, but it's shaking because of the ship.
You know, I'm not going to, it's not in the Hall of Fame.
It's not, because if you're questioning it, it doesn't deserve to
But
be there.
I was super happy to have this experience and to try this because I've never had this and I've always wanted to.
I'm really glad you had that
Yeah.
experience.
It's just a little bit too fatty for me.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's still an amazing piece of meat.
I'm glad you had it.
So we are going to do our dinner question now, but instead of going to the comments like we usually do, our friends Courtney and Donnie have a question for us.
Now that you've sailed on the Disney Treasure, is there anything that exceeded your expectations, and is there anything that fell below your expectations?
Okay, let's start. You want to start with the disappointment?
Yeah, let's start with negatives.
Yeah.
Let's get that out of the way. I think, so Brian got me a Christmas present because he's really sweet and thoughtful. And that Christmas present was a trip to the rainforest room for the entire duration of our cruise. And I thought that was going to be so amazing and so special. And it was. But I think that they oversold the rainforest room because every time that we went in there, all of the heated chairs were taken, and then we would go outside to the seating area, and then like all of those seating spaces were taken too, and it was always really hard to find a spot, and it almost made me feel like anxious when I was going to the spa to relax.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of made that environment less like friendly and happy. So while I'm very grateful for the gift, I feel like that kind of like fell below my expectations.
Yeah, we love that rainforest room. It's just, they simply oversold it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what exceeded? So I had really high expectations for Coco, like the Coco restaurant.
Yeah.
And it actually exceeded my expectations. I thought the theming inside that restaurant was amazing, and I wasn't expecting it to be that good, especially seeing Frozen beforehand on the Wish. It's so much better in every way. Also, the food is better too.
Yeah.
Another thing that really exceeded is the Haunted Mansion bar. I had such high hopes for the Haunted Mansion parlor, and it actually exceeded my expectations because it's just so amazing. It's my favorite Disney space, or my favorite space on any Disney ship
Yeah.
ever. And I don't know how that could ever be beat, honestly.
I also think the atrium from the concept art, it looked like kind of dark, and the way that they actually made it feels really light and airy, but it still has like all those jewel tones, and it feels so nice to be in.
Obviously we saw the concept art, but we didn't see any photos or videos before our cruise.
No spoilers.
And to me, the lobby is so much better than in the concept art.
It's hard to come to Palo and not get the chocolate souffle, but this time we managed to do it. And honestly, I'm not disappointed because look at this beautiful carrot cake. How many layers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layer carrot cake.
We've never had this before.
It looks gorgeous. I think our friend Kidder would probably like it.
Yeah.
Kidder, I don't know. What do you think?
And by the way, I found the treasure of the Disney treasure, and it's right here. I made that joke. I invented it.
Yeah.
And
really original.
This is the 14 karat chocolate bar. Is that what it's called? I got some chocolate gelato on the side, and that gold flake, and some gold nuggets too.
Chicken?
So yeah. So this is the treasure of the Disney treasure. So dinner was amazing, but we ran down to the lobby because there's a show happening very soon that's called Treasure Found.
I think it basically means
It's
goodbye.
over.
Get off the ship.
You found the
your
treasure, now get out.
Yeah. And it was that dessert at Palo.
I hope it's not sad, because I'm sad that the cruise is ending.
It was a good cruise. It's nice to do a 7-night Disney cruise. We don't normally do that.
We've never done it.
Yeah.
Adventurers and treasure seekers, your journey is approaching its end. I know, yes. You unlocked so many incredible moments, but did you find your treasure?
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Did all of you?
That's it! Huzzah! You found it, my friends! More valuable than any prize in the universe. Your memories. Such things will always be greater than all the magic, all the treasures, and all the world.
Okay, so that was actually pretty cool. It was basically like they did an overview of all the cool events of the cruise, like all the shows and all the dining experiences, like Coco and everything.
And they kind of ended with like a final kiss goodnight that was different than the kiss goodnight that we had seen before. So it was like the genie spoke and gave words of wisdom, and then bam, he comes out. It was amazing.
Let's see if we have a GUSS.
Okay, I want a grand finale.
Yeah, I want something spectacular.
Yeah. Oh, it uses the blanket.
Wow, this is spectacular. It's obviously an alien.
No, it's the dog. Come on, it's the dog.
Yeah.
But I like that he used the blanket.
The real treasure of the Disney treasure is this. I haven't had any. This is my treasure.
Whoa, I thought I was your treasure.
Here's what's crazy is we're not married right now.
But when this video comes out, we'll be hitched.
Whoa, that's crazy. So right now it's January 24th. We're getting married on the 5th.
Of February.
That's pretty crazy.
2525. Exactly 5 years from the day that we first met. Exactly 1 year from the day that we got engaged. Wow.
Wow.
Are we enjoying married life? Tell us, future people.
Also, if you enjoyed watching these videos and you want to watch more videos on the treasure, go watch our friends Courtney and Donnie on their channel Main Street Duo.
We might make a few appearances,
Yeah.
but they kind of saw a completely different perspective because there were lots of times when we were apart and they were doing different things from what we were doing.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get the best of both worlds by watching ours and their videos.
Yeah. So the room is trashed, so that means that the cruise is over.
It's been a good cruise, clearly. We've had to change outfits 150 times. We're like, is that dirty? Is that clean? I don't know.
Okay, Disney Treasure.
It was
It
great.
is so clear to me that it is the best ship in the DCL fleet.
And if you disagree, you're wrong.
And I don't even think the Destiny will be better because
It's very Marvel focused, and I agree with our friend's hot take that I don't need Marvel.
Also, the Lion King restaurant is not going to be as good as Coco.
Yep.
And the, what's it called? Not the Solarium, the Sanctum is not going to be as good as Jungle Cruise.
And then the Haunted Mansion will lose its luster when it's on the Destiny because it's like, I've already seen it here on
Maybe it'll
the
have new
Treasure.
effects. I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't know. But the Treasure, all-time favorite DCL ship,
Love
and it is the best.
And you should cruise on the Treasure.
Yeah. And the cruise went by so quickly. I don't want it to be over, but
Let's go again.
let's go again. Okay, we'll see you on the next cruise.
Bye.